Good morning, my dear student. I'm Dr. Kiran Ramrao Burkar. Now today I'm going to discuss about the external characters of cockroach. Now we see the external character of cockroach, that is shape, size, color, exoskeleton, segmentation, division of body and the mouth part of the cockroach. First of all, I'll just tell you about the shape of the cockroach. Body is a narrow, elongated, compressed dorso-ventrally, bilaterally symmetrical. And the size of the cockroach. The adult cockroach measures from 2 to 4 centimeter in length and about 1 width. And the color of the cockroach is a dark reddish brown. There are two dark patches surrounded by a light brown margin in the first thoracic segment. Now we see the exoskeleton of cockroach. What is exoskeleton? The entire body of the cockroach covered by a hard brown color chitinous cuticle, and that chitinous cuticle is that the exoskeleton. The exoskeleton of each segment has four separate sclerae, which are joined together by delicate and elastic articular membrane. The sclerae of dorsal side are called tergid and ventral are called sternite, and those of lateral sides are called pleuroids. Now we see the function of exoskeleton. The first function of the exoskeleton is that the protections to the body, and second function is that it prevents unnecessary water loss, and third one is that the point for the attachment of muscle. All these are the function of exoskeleton. Now we see the segmentations of cockroach. It shows clear cut segmentation in its body. Okay, clear cut segmentation in its body except head. The total body segment in adult is that the uh, adult is 19 and 20 in embryo. Head is formed by the fusion of 6 embryonic segments, and thorax consists of 3 segments. Okay, thorax consists of 3 segments, and the abdomen 10 segment in adult, which were 11 in embryo. And the body of the cockroach divides into 3 regions, that is head and thorax, and third one is that the abdomen. Okay, now we see about the head. It is ovate and flattened anteriorly. Look at this. Okay, and posteriorly highly mobile in all directions due to the flexible neck. The head bears a pair of compound eyes, a pair of antennae, appendage around the mouth, and the top of the head capsule is called vertex. Okay, and a pair of kidney shaped sessile compounds eyes is situated at the torso lateral side of the head, and a pair of antennae arise from membranous socket, one on either side below the eyes. This is about the head. Now we see the thorax of cockroach. The thorax consists of 3 segments, and that 3 segment is that the prothorax, mesothorax and metathorax. Okay. Each segment bear a pair of walking legs, and first pair wings arise from the mesothorax, while the second pair arise from the metathorax. Okay, and the exoskeleton of each thoracic segment is formed by four chitinous sclerite, a dorsal tergites. Laterally, each side has a pleuroid or pleuron, and ventrally, there is a sternite or sternum. And each walking legs consist of coxa, then trochanter, femur, tibia, torsus. All these are the all and each walking legs consist of all this part. Okay, and the torsus is itself made up of five joints or tarsomeres. Each of first four tarsomere bears a soft pad or planula. Now, I just tell you about the abdomen. What is abdomen? Okay, it is formed of 10 segment. The hinder segment or somewhat telescope. Okay, look at this. Somewhat telescope. In female, the sclerite of 8th and ninth segment or overlap the corresponding sclerite of the 7th. And the 7th sternum is a boat shape, and together with 8th and ninth sterna form a brood pouch or genital pouch. In male, only 8th sternum is overlapped by the 7th, and the 10th segment bears a pair of jointed filamentous anal cerci. Ventral to this, in male, the 9th segment bear a pair of short thread-like style. Okay, this is all about the uh, body of the cockroach device, that is head, thorax, and abdomen. Now we see the mouth part of the cockroach. The appendages around the mouth constitute the mouth parts, and which are chewing or mandibulate or arthropatous type. However, the first and third segment of head have no appendage. The mouth part consists of labrum, then mandible, maxillae, and hypopharynx. Okay, so now I tell you here about the labrum. Look at this. This one is the labrum. Okay, so it is membranous flat lobe suspended below the clypeus in front of the mouth as the upper lip. Okay, look at this labrum areas. This one is the labrum. Then it is movable due to muscle inserted on its base, on its ventral surface, many sensoricity or situated, which are possibly gustoreceptor. Fused to the inner surface of labrum is a thin membranous plate and called as epipharynx. Now we see here mandibles. What is mandibles? Look at this. This one is the mandible. This one is also the mandibles. Okay. So about the mandibles, look at this. This is the mandibles. Okay. So the mandible belongs to the fourth segment of the head. These are suspended from the side of head capsule, one on either side of mouth, and have a ball and socket attachment with the head. Each mandible is a stout, heavily sclerotized, having teeth-like cutting plates at its inner edge. On its upper inner edge is a soft prostica. The mandible are movable with the help of adductor, abductor sets of muscle. The contraction of abductor muscle brings the mandible closer so that their teeth are interfeated, and in this position the food is broken down into the small fragment. Then the abductor muscle contract and mandible get separate from each other. So the cutting and chewing of food is affected by the alternate contraction and relaxation relaxations of this muscle. Now we see about maxillae. Look at this maxillae. This is the maxillae. Look at this. The maxilla belongs to fifth segment of the head. These are two, one on either side of the head capsule. Look at this, either side of the head capsule. Ah, behind the mandible. Maxillae are also attached with the head capsule by muscle, and each of them consists of many podomeres. Each maxilla has a basal protopodite having chordo and stipe podomeres bent at right angle to each other. The chordo joins the maxilla with the head capsule. From the outer surface of stipes arise a five-jointed maxillary pulp representing the axopodite, at the base of which is a small sclerite called the palpifera. From the inner sides of strips arise a double outgrowth consisting of a outer hood-like glia, an inner lacinia which is flat, tapering lobe ending in two sharp law like a projection. Its inner margin bear a stout bristle. Look at this stout bristle. Uh, okay. Now the labium. Now we see about the labium. It belongs to sixth segment of the head. Okay, it belongs to the sixth. Look at this. This is the labium. Belongs to sixth segment of head, and it is a lower lip lying behind the mouth and represent the second pair of maxillae which have fused together into one. It has a proximal postmental divided into a large submentum and small poorly sclerotized mentum. The distal part of the labium is paired structure resembling a pair of maxillae united at their bases. It consists of pre-mentum below the mentum, and on each side it has a three-jointed labial pulp. At the base of each pulp is a small sclerite, the pulpiger. Between the labial pulp are four lobes, two median and smaller glossy, and two outer and larger paraglossy. The labium pulp or sensory. Labium does not take active part in feeding, but glossy and paraglossy. Glossy and look at this glassy and paraglossy. Thus, two outer and larger paraglossy. Okay. And the labial pulp is a sensory, and labial does not take active part in feeding, but glossy and paraglossy together called as a lingula. What is that? Lingula prevent the loss of food particle from the mandible. Okay, this is about the labium. Okay, now we see the hypopharynx. Okay, so between the maxillae in front of the labium, between the maxillae in front of the labium is a flat cylindrical called hypopharynx or lingua, and the common salivary duct open at the base of the hypopharynx. This is all about the mouth part of the cockroach, that is a labrum, then labium, mandible, and maxilla. Okay, labrum, labium, then maxillae, and mandible. Thank you so much.